Good evening, it's David Lynn, and this is Taco Talk 119 live stream. It is Thursday, January the 4th, 2024. Hopefully, everybody's having a good week. Tomorrow is Friday. It's David Lynn, and this is Taco Talk. Need to turn the volume down on that one. KP Heathen. How you doing, Heathen? I tell you what, seeing how we're probably the only ones in here right now, if you would look at my email address and send me your mailing address. I won't give it to anybody. Send me your mailing address. If you'd like to send me your phone number, maybe I'll text you this weekend and we can talk, or we can text. I really appreciate all the support you're giving me, and I'm going to put you on the list for a goodie box. So I dropped a video this evening. I filmed it this morning about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I just released it about 45 minutes to an hour ago. I have not responded to any of the comments. However, I've had a couple of funny ones. My friend Matt Hallcrest, Hallbrook, Matt Hallbrook, he left a comment about gruel, and I just wanted to laugh my head off. I received a number 10 can that I had bought from Amazon, and it was of cream of wheat. And when I was a boy, I ate lots of cream of wheat. I eat lots of oatmeal, and I try to eat stuff that's healthy for you. So I'm still looking at, as I'm doing this, I'm getting comments on the video I dropped, and I'm looking at some of the comments that were left to me. But I just had to laugh because Matt will, I don't know if you know his channel. He puts out some really good outback, where he's out in the woods. He gardens. He does a lot of wild gardening. He fishes. He'll hunt. And he does a lot of like cooking on an open fire type stuff. I mean, he's a real outdoorsman, and he has been supporting me for years. He was one of my subscriber giveaway. He won. I forget which one he won, but he won one. Maybe, I don't know. He won 8 or 10 subscriber giveaways back. And but he made a comment about that's a lot of gruel. Cream of wheat. I just got it in, so I put 1 of 24 on it, and it'll be good for 25 or 30 years. It's heavy. This is over 3 pounds, and it is 63 ounces, 3 pounds and 15 ounces, 36 servings. So you could actually every day for a month. One person, this would feed a person breakfast every day for a month. And I'm not telling you this is the only thing that you eat. You know, I honestly like to eat oatmeal. I've got oatmeal, lots of oatmeal. So trading off, different things, that would be one of the options that you have. 2 in the house, 2 likes. I apologize for not being on last night. I did not feel well. I did not feel well last night. You're at school all day with a bunch of kids. If they have something, guess what? They give it to you. 4 in the house, 3 likes. Please leave a comment to support the channel. I am sitting at 1,512 subscribers when I started this live stream tonight. Rooted in essential oils. Thank you for coming in. Rooted in essential oils. Happy New Year. We're just getting started. 4 in the house, 4 likes. So, Tuesday I did a video and I got 50 views. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I got about 12 watch hours out of that video. Plus, I got some more after the fact. People who run it or replay it. And I appreciate all those people who do that. Mindfully Crocheted. How are you doing, young lady? And Bus Stop, who is currently at the library. In the Black Widow channel. And Ka Tai Tai Va TH. Hope I pronounced that right. Welcome everybody. Melinda Elliott. Welcome. I will tell you, it has been a week so far. It has been a day. They moved another student into my class today who didn't want to be there. And she certainly voiced that opinion repeatedly. But it is what it is, and it's the job. You know? It's the job. So, I had mentioned earlier, and I wanted to say it again to some of you who just came in. I dropped a video today, this morning. Actually, I shot the video at about 5 o'clock this morning, and it was an unboxing of a prepper order from Amazon. I get Prime, so I get free delivery. And it was a number 10 can of cream of wheat. I put the date on it, 1 of 24. 3 pounds and 15 ounces, 1.8 kilograms. It is 36 servings at 180 calories a serving. So it would feed one person every day for a month for breakfast, you know, for one meal. I also like, and I eat a lot of oatmeal, which is good for you. My doctor has advised me, so it's a good. You're not going to gain weight eating oatmeal. I have been eating instead of having tacos, I have been eating 2 packets of oatmeal, and the oatmeal is it's good. I can add a little sugar to it. I could add a little honey. I don't put sugar in it, but occasionally I'll add a little honey to it. And I get the hot water from my Keurig. I let it sit for a couple of minutes, and then it, you know, after it's had time to sit for a couple of minutes, and I've stirred it up, it's a good meal, and it's very inexpensive. If you're looking for preps and if you're looking for food and such that will last a long time, and it's not expensive, you can get a 10-pack of the oatmeal, the 10 packets of the oatmeal for $1.85. So eating 2 packets, that's 5 days worth of breakfast. So I did that video, and I released it about an hour ago, a little over an hour ago. And so far it's had about 20 views, and it's had multiple comments, and some of the comments are funny. I was saying my friend Matt Hallbrook, he left a comment about that's a lot of gruel. And I guess, you could call it gruel. It's cream of wheat. I grew up on it. I grew up eating a lot of cream of wheat. I ate a lot of oatmeal, and it's a good creative redundancy. Thank you for coming in, creative redundancy, CR. And for those of you who left me messages wishing me well because I wasn't on yesterday because I wasn't feeling well, thank you so much, and God bless every one of you. Sometimes, I have a day, I'm tired, I don't feel good. I felt like I was hot, like maybe I had fever or something other, and I was just worn out. So I did not go on a live stream. And you do not want me to live stream when I'm on low batteries. When I'm really on low batteries, you really do not want me to live stream. 6 in the house, 6 likes. So the boxes I've been giving out, and I understand Bus Stop's box came in, and Guru, Dave, and Echo, the box I sent them, they're in Georgia. Bus Stop has asked me not to say where he's at, but he's way up north someplace. And so I have got 2 of those 3 boxes I sent out this last Saturday have been delivered. Hopefully, all 3 of them. If Little Lone Prepper comes in, I'll ask her if she received her box. And I had sent them tracking numbers, So I mean, I looked at it, it delivered. It's been delivered, and actually, Guru Dave released a video of the unboxing. He did a mail call unboxing where it showed what he had received. Very nice video, and going over a little bit of what I put in them again. Right now, my box theme is how to heat water, fire, also for purposes of heat. And yeah, life is rough in the cold. So now I will say that I did do a little change up on some of them because when I'm talking to people what they like, what they don't like. 2 of the boxes got one of these, and got one of these, which is a double can of the Sterno. You can safely use this inside. You can turn it off and turn it back on, heat it, heat water. It takes about 15 minutes, I'd say, to boil water with it. They got this. They got a box of stormproof matches. And I'm showing a few things because I'm still in the process of putting them together. Stormproof matches. They received, where are you? They received an emergency stove that uses the fuel tabs. And this comes with 24 fuel tabs. And then also they received a spare 24 pack of fuel tabs. Also, I put, like for Guru Dave, he likes the green sauce. So I only put green sauce in his. He got 3 green sauces. Little Lone Prepper. And Little Lone Prepper received her box. I'm glad you received your box. So the other 2 boxes that I gave out, they received one of these, and they also received a red sauce, and they received a chipotle. So I did 3 sauces. And they each received a MRE, meal ready to eat. Now for Bus Stop, he got a really nice first aid kit, which I added some stuff to it. Hillbilly Josh and Holly Ivans, how you doing? Thank you for coming in, Holly and Hillbilly. So for Bus Stop, I hopefully he'll do an unboxing. He'll do a video hopefully, and I encourage you to if you're not subscribed to his channel, I encourage you to subscribe him. He's a very nice young man. He puts out a lot of good content, and he recently went over 1,000. So now it's like he's got to get his watch time if he wants to get monetized. And I put 4 MREs in Bus Stop's box. Bus Stop's box was bigger. I put a backpack. It was one that I'd been given. It's a camouflage backpack. I put a little backpack in it. And what else did I put in there? I mean, I can't even think. Oh, I think I put a Zippo lighter in Bus Stops, and I did put some matches in it. I didn't put the 2 camp stoves in. So I did some variety. I'd have to actually check my notes as to what went into them. You know, it is winter time. Winter is here, and you've got to be able to stay warm. You need warm clothes. You need to eat well for your body to keep your warmth up. You need good gloves, good headgear. You need good pair of thick shoes, boots. You know, you don't want to be wearing thin clothes if it's freezing outside. Now, another item that I will recommend, and I'm actually planning on doing a couple of videos prepping or preparing it. I've been buying lots of freeze-dried foods and different types of freeze-dried foods and such. And I've been buying number 10 cans. I've been buying, I've got several cases of MREs I need to open up, show what's in them. It's been a while since I've done an MRE review, but I need to do some more MRE reviews. And this is a ReadyWise emergency food supply, 16 servings, good for up to 25 years. And what it has in it, it's got a pack, and I'll pull them out, but I want to read to you real fast. It's got a pack of cheesy lasagna that has 4 servings, 230 calories a serving. It's got a pack of creamy pasta and vegetables, 4 servings, 190 calories a serving. It's got a pack of savory stroganoff, 4 servings at 220 calories a serving. And it's got a pack of tomato basil soup with pasta, 4 servings at 210 calories. So, you know, there are 3 of us. My daughter eats very little. My wife eats, you know, my wife and I are the ones that eat more. And this is how it comes. It comes in a box. This one is the cheesy lasagna. It gives you information on how to prep it. So there are 4 packs. Each one is a different menu. And I paid $20 delivered. And the thing about that is, you can make a meal from one of those packs. Let's say it's two people. If you've got, if it's just you, I'd fix half of it. So I would open it up, one of those packs, and I would basically, one half of a pack would be a little over 2 servings. It'd be 2 servings. And sorry about the dogs barking. I think my wife just came in. Osang Rekatera, thank you for coming in. So, you basically need a pot. You need to be able to heat water, boil water. You add your ingredients. You simmer it. You stir it. You let it sit for a period of time, and then it's ready to serve and eat. So that, and yes, bust up. I have 2 dogs. They're out. They're inside dogs, but they're in the other part of the house. Um, Something like that you can put in your backpack. Uh, you can take it out of the box. You can put them in the backpack. You could have a few meals. You can put a couple of MREs in your backpack. The idea of a get home bag or a carry bag or something other, you're not going to feed yourself for a week. You're going to feed yourself 2 or 3 meals. You're in transit. Something happens, maybe overnight. You're 15, 20 miles from where you live, and maybe you're out overnight, and you got to feed yourself supper, and you got to feed yourself breakfast, and then you move on down the road. On the process of going home. Um, you're not going to be able to carry the kind of food and water to where you'd be good for several days or a week. I mean, yeah, you probably could, but it would really weigh you down because a half liter of water is a pound. So let's say you're carrying 4 half liters of water. Well, that right there is just 4 pounds. Just that right there. Well, think about it. You get a backpack. It's full of stuff. You got food in it. You got water in it. How far do you want to carry 20 pounds or so? Are you in shape to carry 20 pounds or so? 11 in the house, 11 likes. Um, Something you need to think about. I will be doing another video, and maybe I'll pull out a go bag during a live stream. But certain things you need to have, certain things you need to carry. Now, when it comes down to preparedness and prepping, you need to have water. Uh, if you're talking about for a week, for one person, I'd have a couple of those 24 packs of bottled water. A 24 pack of bottled water is going to run you about 350. So two 24 packs of water, and if you have 4 bottles a day to stay hydrated, that's 8 glasses. You're supposed to drink 8 glasses a day. So 4 bottles a day to stay hydrated at a 24 pack would basically help you for about 6 days. Two 24 packs, you would have drinking water, you would have some water for food prep, because any freeze dried food or a lot of the foods and such that you're going to prep, you got to have water for it, usually boiling water. And then you got a little bit for hygiene. You know, you want to brush your teeth, you want to wash your face, clean your hands, a little bit of water. Now, in addition to the water, you got to have an appropriate amount of food. You got to have the right foods. You want stuff that's easy to prepare, that lasts a while. It's not going to go bad on you. You don't want to necessarily get stuff that's super expensive, but you want to be able to have stuff that's edible, stuff that you've eaten it before. It's something you like to eat. It's not like I bought this, I've never had it before. Oh, now I've got an emergency, so now I'm gonna start eating it. You wanna sample some stuff, and the stuff that you eat, you want to be able to enjoy it somewhat. The idea of having an MRE is that it's going to have a little selection of stuff in it. It's going to have some snack stuff, like it'll have some shelf stable crackers. It'll have some peanut butter and jelly, uh, grape, apple, strawberry. It'll have a one of each, about an ounce of peanut butter, an ounce of jelly. It'll probably have a Pop Tart, toaster pastry. It will have it'll have some sort of dessert item in it, and it'll have a main item. It'll have an 8-ounce retort pouch with some sort of main item in it. It will have a flameless ration heater that you would use to heat your main, basically a chemical based, something you put a little bit of water in it. You put the main down into the little bag, and it should heat. If it's working properly, it should heat your main part of your ration. There'll be an accessories pack. The accessories pack will have like a spork, or spoon. It'll have napkin, probably some toilet paper, matches. You'll probably get some sort of dessert item, or a candy bar with it. And chances are it'll have a couple of beverages. You'll probably have a coffee with creamer and sugar, and you'll have like maybe a grape beverage, or a punch beverage, or a lemonade, or an orange. You'll have some sort of beverage that you prep cold. Um, you you need to have sufficient food and water for each person who's with you. So buying two 24 packs of water is good for one person. If you got 4 or 5 people, it's not going to last very long. Likewise with the food. Something else, and FEMA tells you you need to have supplies to keep you going for at least a week. FEMA will tell you that they'll be there to help, but it may be up to a week before you get any help. So that's why they recommend that you have at least a week's worth of water, a week's worth of food. If you take medication, you need to have a supply of your medication. You don't want to be in a situation where you're in a crisis where you can't get any more and you run out of it. So you've got to have, if you take maintenance medication, you need to have your medication. And, it is what it is. So if you're dealing with canned foods and you don't have power, you need a manual can opener. Manual can opener. You go over to Walmart. You go someplace. You can buy one for $5 or $6. It's really a good idea to have like two. You need a bottle opener just in case you got bottles of something other. You need a bottle opener. Usually, the old school bottle openers will have a bottle opener on one end. On the other end, it'll be able to puncture a can. So in case you've got like a can of some sort of juice or something other that's actually in an old school can that doesn't have a pop top, you've got to be able to pop a couple of holes in it so that you can access it, pour it out, or drink from it. Yeah, a buffer zone of resources. You need to have a selection, and you need to be able to take care of yourself. Now, if the power goes out and it's a widespread situation, chances are your cell phone won't be working because the cell towers will not have power. If the cell towers do not have power, you're not going to have any signal. You need a radio that is either battery operated, you got to have spare batteries, or you need one manual that has like a lithium battery, something that you can recharge. You want something that either you can plug into a USB charger on a battery bank, or a power station, or you need to have one, and most of them will come with cranks. So if you don't have access to a power source, you can crank the thing. It'll usually have a little flashlight. Some of them have got a small solar panel for recharging. You can plug it in to a battery source that's USB for recharging. Also, you can use it USB to, you can plug in to charge a phone. So you can also charge your phone with it. It's not going to give you that much of a charge. It's not, the battery's not going to be that strong or have that much storage in it, but it'll give you some power. It's a good idea to have a multi-tool, something that's got multiple, a knife, a can opener, a bottle opener, a screwdriver, a Phillips head, a corkscrew, a file, different, it has multi-function. Having a good pocket knife. This is a Smith & Wesson. It's a very good knife. It's a heavy knife. It's got a good blade on it. You got a good grip for it. It's got a punch on the end so you can break glass. You could cut a seat belt with it. It's got a clip to keep it in your pocket. It's a folder. Nice knife. I paid $25 at Academy about 2 years ago. What it costs today might be around 30-ish. I don't know. I'd have to check. Yeah, there's a young lady that used to watch my channel back before I sort of started slacking off. When I was really building my channel, before I went back to work this summer, before school started, I went back to work, and she would live stream, and her channel, it's not as big a channel, but she'd have viewers come in and everything, and I would watch her, and she would watch me, and I was putting a lot of time into my channel. Well, one day, I asked the question, "Hello, SD Mountain Man, thank you for coming in." One day, I asked the question, "What are you going to do in an emergency?" And she said, "Well, in an emergency, I'll go to the hospital." I said, "No, not that kind of emergency. You're not hurt. You're not sick, but there's a power outage. The electricity's not on. The water's not on. Are you prepared? What are you going to do? How are you going to take care of yourself? How are you going to feed yourself?" "Well, I'll go to my parents' house." And this girl's probably in her mid to late 20s. So hopefully her parents or her father would anticipate, well, I've got my daughter here, lives close by, and she'll come over, and maybe she's married, and maybe she's got her young husband with her. He's got a couple of kids. They got a couple of kids. Or maybe he's got 2 or 3 kids, and maybe he's got a couple of kids that still live in the house. And if he's like me, he's going to be anticipating, well, for each mouth I have to feed, I need so much food, I need so much water, I need to make sure if somebody's taking some sort of medication that they take regularly, I got a supply of that, all the various things that you need to have. But she didn't have a clue. Her solution was, well, I'll either go to the hospital or I'll go to my parents' house. Well, in an emergency, if you are sick and you're really sick, or if you are hurt, Yes, you go to the hospital. That's the place to go. A clinic or some place where they take care of people who are injured or who are very sick. However, if SHTF happens, the hospital or medical facility is not going to want people showing up because they're hungry or because they're not prepared. They're not. That's not their bag. That's not what they're wanting to do. That's not what the expectation is. They're not going to be wanting to have people show up. Oh, I'm hungry. Can you feed me? People really need to think about stuff like that. Yeah, the Canadians put one of those compressed towels. You just got to add a little water to it, and the thing blows up. Huge. They put those in the Canadian rations. They put regular. They'll put regular paper towel in, but they also put one of those compressed towels, and those are neat. You know, those are neat. Yes, everybody needs to be able to bring something to the table. You either need to have you need to either have resources or you need to have skills that make everybody want you. You know, otherwise they're not going to want to take you in. Now, yeah, if they're blood, if it's your parent, your grandparent, your spouse, your brother, your sister, yeah, they'll probably take you in. Immediate blood family. But if you hang out with friends, what do you have to offer? Are you in a group? What do you provide to the group? They're going to ask that. And they're going to be likely to turn you away. Now, they might not turn you away immediately, but if they see that it's going to be a prolonged, you know, situation where, they're not going to be able to get any extra food, they're going to have a situation with water and everything, they're going to be looking around and see who's pulling some weight. If you're not pulling weight, they might say, I'm sorry, we can't keep you. The other thing is, in a situation where it's really bad for an extended period of time, uh, likelihood of law enforcement breaking down, people who are hungry, people who don't have what's needed to take care of them or their 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 girlfriend, their boyfriend, their children. They'll be willing to steal. They'll be willing to loot. They may be willing to hurt somebody to get what they have, to make sure that their family eats. And are you prepared to defend what you have? Is your group prepared to defend what you have? Are you going to let somebody just come and rob you and take your supply of food, your supply of medication, your water or whatever? Are you going to let them come in and take over where you're at and put you out where you can't, if they don't hurt you? You got to think about stuff like that. You know, you got to think about, um, yeah, having a food bag to grab and go. That's true. The idea of the food bag, well, the idea of the pantry, the long-term pantry, the short-term the working pantry, or whatever, is what does it need? What do you need to get you from A to B? What do you need to tide yourself over? Do you have the resources needed to get by for a period of time? There will be a lot of people in an emergency situation that won't last too long, especially if perfect example. So and so is on dialysis. Normally, with dialysis, it's every other day. You go for a week without dialysis and you need it, you won't be around. That's one example. People who require constant medical care, people who are on insulin injections to basically uh, regulate their sugar. You don't have any insulin, you're a hardcore diabetic. How long do you think you will last without medication? Mike Crusher Reviews. Thank you for coming in, Mike. I appreciate you. If y'all are not subscribed to Mike Crusher, you need to subscribe to Mike Crusher Reviews. He puts out excellent content. He does a lot of military type rations. He'll do food reviews for different types of camping food, um, freeze dried foods, different types of, uh, you know, he does a lot of review type material. That's his go to. And if you are not subscribed to him, I encourage you to do so. He really is a good channel. He's my number one go to guy for ration reviewing. I truly enjoy. I try to watch everything he puts out. The National Guard had to come in and stop the riots during George Floyd. Yeah, I know. That was not good. That was not good. Um, One of the things that will determine how bad a situation will be is how much area does it affect? How big an area does it affect? You can have a hurricane that will come in and do some serious damage in a big city. And then FEMA can come in the surrounding area. And it might affect 500,000, 1 million people, maybe more. Power outage, water gets messed up. The stores, they can't distribute your refrigerated foods, your frozen foods go bad. They lose them, and that's not a good situation. That happened here in Victoria about 6 years ago with Hurricane Harvey. We were without power for about a week, and we were without running water for about 3 days. Now, for the last, God almighty, 20 some odd years, I've been drinking only bottled water. I don't drink tap water. I had a kidney stone when I was living in Corpus way long time ago. And, in dealing with it, very painful. Um, the doctor said, don't drink the tap water. It's got a lot of minerals, and that's the reason why the mineral deposit and such. That's the reason why you're developing a kidney stone. So since then, I've only been drinking bottled water, purified water, drinking water, distilled water, water that's been treated. Um, so you need to start looking around your house where you live. Put together an inventory of things that you consider to be preps that you have. And then make a list of things that you need. Wants come after needs. Well, yeah, I'd like to have another 10 or 12 panels on the roof. I'd like to have 15, 20 kilowatt battery bank with everything to power it. It would be nice if you had enough solar or wind power, turbines, whatever. You can power your whole house. Power your central heat, power your central air conditioning, power your 220-volt water heater, your stove, whatever, power anything. If you have a water well, you need a pump. Well, I would say in addition to that motorized pump, you need a manual pump. What happens if the power goes out? That well doesn't help you if you can't get the water out of it. So people will get a pump kit, and they'll get a manual pump kit. And I'd have to look to see how much they cost now, but you can install it. So in addition to the electric pump, and it would probably be running on 220, wouldn't be running on 110, it'd be a 220 pump. You need a generator, whether it be a real large something running on propane or gasoline, or something running on lithium. You need something other that can handle a 220, not 110, 220. So having installed a manual pump where you can pump water out, that's something that it would really benefit you if you're in a situation where you have a water well. The other thing is, your water well, are you able to drink the water? Can you drink it? Or do you have to have filtration for it? And if you have to have filtration for it, do you have the filtration? Where I live, all the houses, when they were built, were out in the country. So everybody has got a water well. Now, a lot of people are not using them. A lot of people are not still using them, but a lot of people are using them, and they're using them basically to water the lawn, to water their gardens. The water is very hard water, because most of these wells are very shallow wells. I mean, they're drinkable, but not really. You would really need to be able to filter that water, because it's hard water. Yeah, they do. ReadyWise does have some new Pro Packs. I haven't opened this one yet. This one has 12 different, 12 different. This one here has noodles and beef, 2.5 serving. This one basically has 12 different 2.5 serving meals in it. And I got this $80. Paid $80 for it on Amazon. I think it's still listed for $80 on Amazon. It's got a spicy Asian style noodles, 2.5 servings. It's got a breakfast skillet. It's got an apple cinnamon cereal. It's got a strawberry granola. So in other words, it's got a combination of breakfast, lunch, dinner type. Chocolate Dairy Delight. 6 servings of that. Freeze-dried apples, which is like a snack. Cookie dough snacks, another snack. Veggie chili soup. 4 bean and vegetable soup. Mac and cheese, creamy pasta, and chicken. Most of them are 2.5 servings, so it would be for like 1 to 2 people. Depends on how big an eater you are. And it's 12 different packs. It's $80. I have another Blue Eddy uh, power station that I haven't unboxed. My wife liked the one I got from my daughter, so I bought my wife one, and I need to unbox it, and I'll probably do a video unboxing it, and I'll give it to her. Ariel, let me look at your channel. Ariel has Ariel Williams, who goes at Sweet to Prince to one Princess. Let me subscribe your channel. I'm now subscribed to your channel, Ariel. And let me share you out in the stream. This is Ariel's channel. And now, Ariel, I'm adding you on as a standard moderator. You are now a standard moderator on my channel. Welcome. And hopefully you will subscribe me back. I support those who support me. If you support me, I will support you. Idaho Garden Girl. Idaho Garden Girl, yours is the next box that I'm putting together. And after I get your box put together, I'm going to put together a Holly Ivans. Hopefully I'll get them out this weekend. Susanna Morrison, proud single mom. Susanna has a wonderful channel. She live streams. She is a beautiful young lady. She's got a beautiful young daughter. And she is halfway across the world from where I live. So it's morning over where she's at. And if you are not subscribed to Susanna, I encourage you to subscribe her channel. If you support her, she will support you. I periodically will run one of her full live streams to try to give her watch time. Joshua Humphrey, thank you for coming in, Joshua. Good to see you. And for those of you who have been leaving me comments, I apologize. I have not got back to a lot of comments. I just have not had time. It's not really an excuse, but I'm working now, and I just don't have the actual time to do what I want and what I really need to do, and I apologize about that. $15 likes, living in the house. If you have not left a like, please leave me a like to support the channel. Likewise, at this point, I'd like to talk a minute about my subscriber giveaways. I just got through doing my 1,500 subscriber giveaway. Bus Stop was the winner. His box has been delivered, and I will be doing a 1,600 subscriber giveaway. Right now I'm sitting at 1,512. If you want to be one of the people to have a chance at being selected out of my drawing for my next goodie box, then you need to be sure that, and I don't do that many videos, but you need to basically have left me a like and a supportive comment on the last 5 videos that I've released prior to hitting 1,600. Now, previously, I would every 3-4 weeks, I would hit another 100. So at that time, I was probably doing 1 video a week or so, and you needed to make sure that whenever I release, and I'm not doing that many videos right now, you need to make sure that that you're leaving me a like and a comment. I'm not asking a lot. So my last drawing, there were 9 channels that qualified. In other words, they left me on each of the prior 5 videos. They left me a like and they left me a nice comment. And I will tell you who those 9 channels were. And several of them are here right now. Bus Stop, who actually was the winner. Die Bullfrog 79, Uncle Al. Doors G Vogue, she's over in the Philippines, I believe. God's Old Man, that would be Pastor Justin Green. He's got an excellent channel. He just recently went past 1,000. Guru of Baseball Cards, that would be Dave and Echo. Echo's channel is Living My Best Life at 60. Idaho Garden Girl, Melinda Elliott, Sue Me, and Walter Davis. Now, I was reviewing the material that was put out by YouTube. They did a review, or they did a overview of how you did the last year, and I took some snapshots, some screenshots of it. I was going up, 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 and then when I went back to work, you can see each month it drops, because I was putting 7 or 8 hours a day into my channel. I can't do that now. So my number of views dropped. The amount of material I was putting out dropped. Couldn't put out the kind of material I was putting out. And, it is what it is. But, you have a job, you work, that's your bread and butter. This is more of a hobby. It's more of to me, it's more of a ministry that I'm teaching, because my theme is preparedness. I was a scout. The scout motto is be prepared. I learned a lot as a teenager, young boy, as a scout. My father taught me a lot, and scouting taught me a lot. So it's always my theme is being prepared. Life is good. Life is good. But it is what it is. Things happen. There are storms, there are freezes, there are tornadoes, there are hurricanes. Stuff happens. Somebody might wreck into a power line, and you might be without power for several hours. Well, if it's real hot, your ability to run your air conditioner, or run your heater, or run your lights, something were to happen, your water's not on, think about that. So tomorrow's Friday. It is weekend coming up. I normally do my live streams at thank you, SD. You take care. I'll be planning on coming back tomorrow, 7 p.m. I try to do an hour every evening. Sometimes something happens, like we get visitors, or not feeling well. I had my procedure, missed 2 days when I had my procedure. I did a video about that. And if you want to know a little bit about what those procedures are like. I described it. I didn't show any pictures of them doing it to me, but I mean I talked about the prep, and I showed the stuff that I use for the prep, and I talked about afterwards. And the prep is not fun. The procedure is not bad. You don't know what's going on because you're asleep. The prep, having to clean your system out, having to drink tons of water, take the medication, uh, gives you an upset stomach, and then you basically use the restroom every 10 or 15 minutes overnight. That's not fun at all. You don't get any sleep. But, it happens. It is what it is. Take care, Holly. We are at 8 o'clock in the evening, and I guess some people are probably going over to another live stream. There are other people who live stream. Some of them come on at 8 o'clock. I try to come on at 7. For those who are over in the other part of the world, like if you're over in the Philippines, you're over in Taiwan or Japan, that time zone right now, they're 13 hours ahead of us. So if it's 8 o'clock in the evening here, it's 9 o'clock in the morning over there on the other side of the world. They're ahead of us. Get yourself your inventory, make a list of what you need, and shop it. Be prepared. Shop for what you need. You take care, CR. Be safe on the bus stop. For those of you who are interested, if you do not know about Social Blade, Google, do a search for Social Blade, SOCIALBLADE, and then when you come up on it, click on the YouTube. It'll pull up, and Social Blade basically does critiques, does information on YouTube channels. You can key in the name of your channel or any channel, and it will give you a description of the channel. It'll talk about it. It'll project how it's doing, what it might be doing in the near future. It'll tell you how much ad money's coming into it or how much ad money it's making YouTube. YouTube will run ads on channels that are not monetized. I mean, they run ads on my channel all the time. And it'll tell you how much money they're making off of your channel. It's called Social Blade. If you have not tried it, you need to go into it. Black Widow channel, thank you for coming in. I will try to come by and visit you. I appreciate everybody who's come in this evening. I will be back at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Every day when you wake up, thank God for the day. Say a morning prayer. If you can thank to, say an evening prayer. And when you pray for wisdom. Because, everybody needs wisdom. And you can always have more. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Remember, the Scout models, be prepared. Everybody have a blessed day, and thank you for coming in.